Now to a huge fine for the parent company of discount retailers TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Home Goods.
The Consumer Product Safety Commission says TJX stores knowingly sold, offered for sale, and distributed approximately 1,200 recalled products.
Okay, real talk. You have walked past TJ Maxx 100 times thinking it is full of brands you have never heard of and candles that smell like a grandmother's bathroom. You are wrong, and it is costing you money. Some of the best handbags you can buy right now are sitting on a rack at TJ Maxx for 60% less than what the department store is charging for the exact same bag. Same leather, same hardware, same tag on the inside, different price on the outside. 8 brands. Let's go through them before someone else clears the rack. Number 8. Kate Spade. Let's start with the one your coworker definitely has on her desk right now. Kate Spade is everywhere. The structured satchel with the bright lining. The little spade charm on the zipper pull. The brand that figured out how to make a work bag feel like a personality. For a lot of women, Kate Spade was the first designer bag they ever bought themselves. It meant something. Here's the part that is slightly less romantic. Kate Spade is owned by Tapestry. Tapestry is a publicly traded conglomerate that also owns Coach and Stuart Weitzman. It acquired Kate Spade in 2017 for $2.4 billion. The brand produces volume. A lot of volume. More volume than its own stores and department store partners can absorb. The overflow goes to off-price retail. Meaning TJ Maxx. A Kate Spade bag at Nordstrom runs $250 to $600 depending on size. The same bag at TJ Maxx runs $60 to $150. Not a knockoff, not a damaged return. The same bag, same season, same dust bag inside at 60% off because Tapestry made more bags than Nordstrom could sell. The leather on Kate Spade's entry-level bags is coated split leather rather than full grain. The hardware is brass-plated zinc. This is not a secret, it is appropriate for the price tier. You are buying a pretty, well-designed bag with excellent brand recognition, not an heirloom. And at $60 instead of $250, that trade-off is extremely easy to make. Think about it this way. The woman at Nordstrom and the woman at TJ Maxx are walking out with the same bag. One of them has $190 left over. That is the whole game. For the woman who wants Kate Spade and knows what she is getting, buy it at TJ Maxx. Number 7 gives you better construction for less money. From a brand that most people do not know to look for. Number 7. Calvin Klein. Calvin Klein at TJ Maxx is one of the most slept-on finds in the entire store, and the reason is simple. The name does not scream at you. No logo hardware, no signature print, no monogram. Just a clean, minimalist bag in a neutral color that looks like it cost $400, and if you buy it at TJ Maxx, cost $55. Calvin Klein is owned by PVH Corp., the same conglomerate that owns Tommy Hilfiger. The handbag line sits in the accessible luxury tier. Full retail runs from $150 to $350. At TJ Maxx, $40 to $90. The construction is honest for the price. Pebbled faux leather, or genuine split leather depending on the style. Clean lining, functional hardware that does not turn green after a summer. The reason Calvin Klein works so well at TJ Maxx specifically is the design. Minimalism does not date. A clean, black structured tote from Calvin Klein bought today for $60 will look exactly as intentional in 3 years as it does right now. There is nothing in the design that signals what it cost or where you bought it. That is actually harder to achieve than it sounds. A lot of bags scream their price tier. Logo hardware screams a certain bracket. Oversized hardware screams another. Bright lining screams a specific era. Calvin Klein minimalism screams nothing. It just sits there looking correct, which in a work context specifically is exactly what you want. The woman paying $200 for that bag at Nordstrom is paying for the Nordstrom experience, the Nordstrom bag, and the Nordstrom return policy. The woman paying $60 at TJ Maxx is paying for the bag. If you know what you want, that gap is just free money. Calvin Klein handles the understated professional. Number 6 handles the person who is done pretending she does not need a bag that can survive a Tuesday. Number 6. Vera Bradley. Hear me out. Vera Bradley is not trying to be a luxury brand. It has never claimed to be a luxury brand. It is a quilted cotton bag in a bold print that you can throw in the washing machine, which is something no $400 leather bag will ever let you do. Barbara Bradley Beckard and Patricia R. Miller started Vera Bradley in Fort Wayne, Indiana in 1982. The company went public in 2011. It manufactures in Vietnam and China. It prices accessibly. And it has a genuinely devoted customer base because the product is functional in a way that most fashion bags are not designed to be. At TJ Maxx, Vera Bradley appears at $15 to $50. The full retail range is already $40 to $150, so the discount is real but not dramatic. What TJ Maxx does here is collapse the price on a product that was already honest about what it was. The practical case: Vera Bradley is lightweight. It is machine washable on a gentle cycle. It lasts. For travel, for the gym, for carrying lunch and a laptop and a toddler's snacks simultaneously, the Vera Bradley at TJ Maxx for $25 is one of the best functional bag purchases in the building. Your $400 leather tote cannot say any of that. Also, and this is underrated, you can spill coffee directly on a Vera Bradley and deal with it later. Try that with a leather bag and see how your afternoon goes. Drop a comment right now. Have you found a Vera Bradley at TJ Maxx? Tell me what you paid. I want to know. I will be reading every single one. Vera Bradley is the honest workhorse. Number 5 is the brand that is hiding genuine leather quality behind a name that TJ Maxx shoppers keep walking past. Number 5. Kenneth Cole. Kenneth Cole is the most underrated brand at TJ Maxx, and it is not close. People see the name and mentally file it somewhere between fine and whatever. They are making a mistake. Kenneth Cole leather bags at TJ Maxx are selling real leather, pebbled full grain or top grain, at $40 to $80. At that price, almost every competitor is selling you a synthetic that is going to peel at the edges within 18 months and make you feel like an idiot. Kenneth Cole was founded in New York in 1982. The brand built its identity on sophisticated urban design, clean, professional silhouettes without the logo-forward branding of the prestige houses. Full retail runs $150 to $300 for core leather styles. At TJ Maxx, $40 to $100. Here is the tell. Pick up a Kenneth Cole leather bag at TJ Maxx and pick up a similarly priced bag from a brand you have never heard of right next to it. The Kenneth Cole will feel heavier. That weight is actual leather. The other one is engineered to look like leather while weighing as little as possible, because thin synthetic is cheap and most shoppers do not notice until 6 months later when the edges start to peel. Peeling bonded leather is one of the saddest sights in the world. You paid $40 for something that looked like a bag and turned out to be a before photo. Kenneth Cole full-grain leather does not peel. It ages. There is a meaningful difference between those two things. Real leather at $40 does not happen very often in retail. Kenneth Cole at TJ Maxx is one of the only places it does. Number 4. Operates at a higher price tier, but the discount at TJ Maxx is large enough that it lands in the same conversation. Number 4. Michael Kors. Okay, Michael Kors, the brand that basically invented the aesthetic of looking rich while being normal. The logo hardware, the jet set fantasy, the feeling that you have been invited to a yacht you will never actually be on. Michael Kors is owned by Capri Holdings, which also owns Versace and Jimmy Choo. It is a publicly traded company. Michael Kors bags at full retail run $200 to over $500. At TJ Maxx, $80 to $170. The reason, same as Kate Spade, production volume that exceeds direct channel capacity. The specific case for Michael Kors at TJ Maxx is Saffiano leather. Saffiano is a crosshatch embossed, wax-treated leather that resists scratches and water. It is one of the most practical leather finishes for a bag you use every day. It does not scratch visibly when you dig your keys out. It does not panic in light rain. It wipes clean. For a daily driver bag, it is the correct material. To be clear about what Saffiano is not, it is not the most luxurious leather. It does not develop a patina. It does not soften and conform to your shoulder over years of wear. It is engineered for durability and resistance, which is a completely different value proposition than aged, full-grain leather, and for a daily work bag, arguably the more useful one. A Michael Kors Saffiano bag at TJ Maxx for $95 is one of the most functional per-dollar purchases on this list. Not because of the brand, because of the material. The brand just happens to use it well and end up at TJ Maxx with regularity. If you are new here, this channel exists to show you exactly these calculations. Hit subscribe. The full guide to designer brands at off-price retail is coming, and there are some numbers on there that will genuinely make you annoyed at your past self. Michael Kors handles Saffiano and daily function. Number 3, handles the brand where the story of what it used to be is half the reason to buy it at TJ Maxx today. Number 3, Coach is complicated. Coach was founded in New York in 1941 as an actual leather workshop. Acquired by Sara Lee in 1985. Went public in 2000. Now it owns Kate Spade and Stuart Weitzman under the Tapestry umbrella. The distance between a 1941 leather workshop and a publicly traded conglomerate is the entire arc of the American accessible luxury market. Full retail on a Coach leather bag today runs $250 to $600. At TJ Maxx, $60 to $150. Here's the thing about Coach at TJ Maxx. The brand produces multiple leather tiers, and they are not all equal. The tag will tell you which one you are holding. Full grain and top grain leather on a Coach bag means you are holding something that ages beautifully. The edges darken, the surface develops character. The bag looks better in 3 years than it does today. Coated canvas and refined calf leather mean you are holding something that looks fine right now and starts complaining in about 18 months. Find the full grain or top grain Coach bags at TJ Maxx. They appear in the $90 to $130 range, and you are holding a genuinely well-made bag that the person who paid $400 at the Coach boutique also has. Same bag, different level of awareness about what TJ Maxx carries. One more thing on Coach specifically. The brand's older styles, particularly the classic Legacy and Hamptons lines, appear at TJ Maxx occasionally, and they are worth knowing about. These are designs from the era when Coach was still making a case for craftsmanship rather than volume. Finding one at $100 is a genuinely good find. Check the interior tag for the leather designation and the stitching quality around the handles. If both hold up, buy it. Tell me in the comments, have you ever found a Coach bag at TJ Maxx? What did you pay? I want to know. I will be reading every single one. Coach is a materials literacy test. Read the tag. Number 2 is the brand where you do not need to read the tag at all because the construction speaks for itself the moment you pick it up. Number 2, Longchamp. The Longchamp. Le Pliage is one of the best designed bags ever made, and saying that out loud feels ridiculous, given that it is a nylon tote that folds flat. And yet, Longchamp was founded in Paris in 1948 by Jean Cassegrain. It is still family-owned. The Cassegrain family still runs it. No tapestry, no Capri holdings, no publicly traded parent negotiating materials, costs against quarterly earnings. Just a French family that has been making leather goods for over 70 years and makes one of the most copied bags in the world that nobody has managed to copy well enough to displace. The Le Pliage has been in continuous production since 1993. Ripstop nylon body. Russian calf leather trim on the handles and flap. Folds completely flat when empty. Holds a laptop, shoes, gym clothes, lunch, and somehow still closes. It does not try to look expensive, it just works. Every single time, for years. At full retail, a standard Le Pliage runs $70 to $130. At TJ Maxx, $35 to $65. That is not a dramatic discount in dollar terms. In value terms, it is significant. You are getting one of the most functional, most durable, most versatile bags available at any price point, from a family-owned company that has never sold to a conglomerate, at a price that is lower than a dinner out. The low pliage also has the specific social quality of looking like you know something. Nobody who carries a low pliage accidentally carries a low pliage. It is the bag that signals awareness without announcing effort. That combination, functional, durable, considered, is surprisingly hard to find at any price, let alone $40. The Le Pliage at TJ Maxx is not a deal. It is a gift. Number 1 is the brand where the gap between the TJ Maxx price and the full retail price is large enough that finding it feels slightly illegal. Number 1. Tory Burch. Tory Burch at TJ Maxx is the white whale of off-price handbag shopping, and if you have never experienced the specific joy of finding one, you are missing out. Tory Burch launched in New York in 2004. The double T logo, the Fleming satchel, the Robinson tote, the Lee Radziwill. These are bags with genuine brand equity. They hold resale value on Poshmark and The RealReal, better than almost any other accessible luxury brand. Full retail runs $350 to over $600 for core leather styles. At TJ Maxx, $115 to $250. That is a 50 to 60% discount on a bag that someone on Poshmark will buy from you for $140 in 2 years if you decide you are done with it. The math on a Tory Burch at TJ Maxx is genuinely good from every direction. The leather quality is the honest case for the brand. Pebbled leather on the Fleming and the Robinson holds its structure. The hardware is weighty and consistent. The lining is well-finished fabric. These bags are not built to look expensive for one season. They are built to last, and the secondary market confirms it. The catch is availability. Tory Burch does not appear at TJ Maxx every visit. It appears when Tory Burch's direct channel inventory clears and the overflow hits off-price. The move is simple. Walk the handbag aisle every time you are in the store. When a Tory Burch shows up at $120, you will know in about 4 seconds whether you want it. That is a $400 bag making eye contact with you from a discount rack. The correct answer is yes, for the woman who has been paying full price at Bloomingdale's without knowing Tory Burch appears at TJ Maxx for 60 cents on the dollar. Now you know. Go check. And if you have a specific Tory Burch style you love, the Fleming, the Robinson, the Lee Radziwill, put that name in your head before you walk in. When you see it on the rack at $120, your brain will do the math instantly. $350 retail. 60 cents on the dollar. The correct answer takes about 4 seconds. Same bag, different channel. Different markup, that is the whole thing. The rack was always there. Now you know what to look for on it. Hey, thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, let us know in the comments. Want to see the 8 shoe brands only smart people buy at TJ Maxx? Click on the left, and I'll catch you there.